The wolf's jaws close around the sky, teeth like broken spears, breath hot as the last fire of the world. Odin stands beneath that shadow, one eye burning, one eye already lost to prophecy. This is Ragnarok, the end he spent his entire life trying to escape. He raises his spear. Gungnir never misses. It misses today. Fenrir lunges, the earth splits, the heavens scream, and in this moment a terrifying truth snaps into focus. The All-Father was never meant to win. This is not a story about a god fighting a monster. This is a story about fear, fighting fate and losing. Stay with me, because by the end, the question won't be why Fenrir killed Odin. It'll be why Odin created Fenrir in the first place.
Unveil the legends.
Before the world burned, there was order, or at least the illusion of it. Asgard stood tall, gold halls, everlasting feasts. Gods laughing like eternity was guaranteed. But Odin never laughed easily. He was not just a king, he was a collector of endings. Visions haunted him, dreams of fire, dreams of his own corpse, swallowed by darkness, dreams where the future refused to change, no matter how many sacrifices he made. Odin ruled through knowledge, but knowledge poisoned him. Every prophecy he uncovered tightened the noose around his throat. And then came the children, 3 of them, born not of love but of chaos. Loki's offspring, mistakes that breathed. Jormungandr, the serpent coiled around the world. Hel, ruler of the dead, half corpse, half queen. And Fenrir, the wolf. At first, he was just a cub. Big eyes, oversized paws. But gods felt it. That crawling dread behind the ribs. This creature was growing. Too fast. Learning too quickly, watching. Odin didn't see a pet. He saw a future where his blood stained Fenrir's teeth. And from that moment on, peace was impossible. They didn't kill Fenrir. That's the part people forget. The gods fed him, played with him, lied to him. Only one god had the courage to approach him without trembling. Tyr, the god of honor. The god who still believed trust mattered. But Odin doesn't rule with trust. He rules with control. The prophecies were clear. Fenrir would break free. Fenrir would fight. Fenrir would devour Odin. So the gods did what tyrants always do when they fear the future. They tried to chain it. First chain. Fenrir snapped it like twine. Second chain, stronger, forged with magic, shattered. The wolf laughed. Not the laugh of a beast. The laugh of something realizing its captors are afraid. So Odin went lower. He ordered a chain made from impossible things. The sound of a cat's footsteps. The beard of a woman. The roots of a mountain. The breath of a fish. Gleipnir. Thin as silk. Soft as a lie. Unbreakable. Fenrir sensed the trap. He demanded a price. A god's hand placed between his jaws. Tyr volunteered. And when the chain tightened, when Fenrir pulled and felt betrayal snap shut around him, he bit down, bone cracked, blood spilled. Honor screamed. The gods cheered. Fenrir didn't. They bound him to a rock, drove a sword into his mouth to keep it open, let venom drip endlessly onto his face. This wasn't justice. This was fear pretending to be wisdom. Time passed. Ages turned. The wolf grew. Not just in size, in hatred. Every drop of venom was a memory. Every failed attempt to break free carved revenge deeper into his bones. And Odin convinced himself he had won. That was his greatest mistake. Because prophecy doesn't disappear. When you ignore it, it waits. When Ragnarok came, it came fast. The sun vanished. The moon bled out. The dead marched. The sky split like a wound. Fenrir broke free, not with rage, with purpose. He ran across a world already dying, jaws stretching wider than the horizon. one jaw scraping the heavens, the other dragging across the earth. Gods fell everywhere, and then he found Odin, the architect of his suffering, the god who chained the future instead of facing it. Odin charged, not because he believed he could win, but because kings don't know how to kneel. The spear flew. The wolf kept coming, and just like the visions promised, Fenrir swallowed the All-Father whole. No final speech, no last trick, just silence. But here's where the story twists. What if Fenrir wasn't the villain? What if he was the consequence? Think about it. Fenrir didn't attack Asgard unprovoked. He didn't betray trust first. He didn't start the war. The gods did. They imprisoned a child for crimes not yet committed. They tortured him for futures. That hadn't happened. They created the monster they feared. This isn't a myth about chaos destroying order. It's about control breeding catastrophe. Odin believed knowledge made him powerful. But knowledge without humility becomes obsession. Every chain tightened destiny's grip. Every attempt to delay Ragnarok sharpened its teeth. Fenrir didn't end the world. He fulfilled the role Odin forced upon him. And that's the darkest truth buried in this myth. Sometimes the prophecy wins, not because it's inevitable, but because fear makes it so. Part 4.5. There's a moment the myths barely mention. A pause, right after Odin falls. No cheers, no victory howl, just Fenrir standing still. For the first time in his existence, the chain is gone. The prophecy is fulfilled, and the rage that kept him alive has nowhere left to go. Think about that. A creature raised on fear finally completes his purpose and discovers it was never freedom he was chasing. It was meaning. Fenrir was born with an ending written into his bones. Every step he took bent toward that single moment. Every breath pulled him closer to Odin's shadow. When the All-Father dies, Fenrir doesn't ascend. He empties. This is the cost of destiny no one talks about. When your entire existence is built around one inevitable act, what survives after it's done? The world burns on without answers. And even monsters are left wondering who they are once the story ends. Ragnarok ends the way all tragedies do, with irony. Odin spends his life sacrificing everything for wisdom, an eye, his peace, his honor, and when the moment comes, wisdom cannot save him. Fenrir, the beast he tried to erase, becomes the instrument of balance, not justice, balance. The old gods fall, the world burns, and from the ashes something new begins. This myth still survives because it whispers something uncomfortable. You cannot chain the future. You cannot imprison fear. And the harder you try to control what's coming, the more violent its arrival becomes. One sentence to remember. The future Odin feared didn't destroy him. The future he tried to prevent did. So here's the question. Was Fenrir evil? Or was he inevitable? Tell me what you think. And if you believe this story was dark, wait until you hear what Odin did to gain the knowledge that doomed him. That story is worse.